calling is the show with no matter even if you're at home. Just calling, calling, calling. WUB. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Another day is here. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. We gotta keep moving. Na 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 na. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Voice of opinion and place no calling. WUB. Be yourself, see yourself. This is a show, my people. Believe our hopes so to needless reason. Nobody feel left out. This the vibe we're dealing. Let's find a solution. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No respect, unselfishness and cooperation. That's how we need to build a strong nation. We are the people to make the changes. We are the changes. WUB. And all the things that will happen and not got blue skies. I love when the people get victimized. Let's work together for better. We got to unite. Belize, yeah. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Another day is here. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. We gotta keep moving. Na 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 na. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Voice of opinion and place no calling. WUB. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Another day is here. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. We gotta keep moving. Na 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 na. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Voice of opinion and place no calling. WUB. Be yourself, see yourself. This is the show, my people. Believe our hopes so to needless reason. Nobody feel left out. This the vibe we're dealing. Let's find a solution. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No respect, unselfishness and cooperation. That's how we need to build a strong nation. We are the people to make the changes. We are the changes. WUB. And all the things that will happen and not got blue skies. And nothing that people get victimized. Let's work together for better. We got to unite. Belize, yeah. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Another day is here. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. We gotta keep moving. Na 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 na. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Voice of opinion and place no calling. WUB. Get up, make every day count. Don't waste it, people. Do your part, play around, get where you need to. You can tune in for work or in your vehicle. If you got a problem, pick up the phone. Why wait till the time calling is the show with no matter even if you're at home. Just calling, calling, calling. WUB. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Another day is here. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. We gotta keep moving. Na 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 na. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Voice of opinion and place no calling. WUB. Be yourself, see yourself. This is the show, my people. Believe our hopes so to needless reason. Nobody feel left out. This the vibe we're dealing. Let's find a solution. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No respect, unselfishness and cooperation. That's how we need to build a strong nation. We are the people to make the changes. We are the changes. WUB. And all the things that will happen and not got blue skies. And nothing that people get victimized. Let's work together for better. We got to unite. Belize, yeah. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Another day is here. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. We gotta keep moving. Na 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 na. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Voice of opinion and place no calling. WUB. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Another day is here. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. We gotta keep moving. Na 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 na. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Voice of opinion and place no calling. WUB. Be yourself, see yourself. This is the show, my people. Believe our hopes so to needless reason. Nobody feel left out, is the vibe we dealing. Let's find a solution. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Love, respect, unselfishness and cooperation. That's how we
Welcome. This is WUB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. It's a Thursday morning, the 20th day, the day after the 19th of November 2025. We welcome you to the program, and we are taking a little late start this morning. We had some vehicle issues, but we will go directly into hearing from Mr. Tariq Matthews, and then from the Met Office, and then we'll bring you our update from the news center. Tariq?
Morning, Belize. The latest radar, satellite and surface observation showed skies were clear to partly cloudy, with a few showers observed near the southern coast and offshore. No rainfall was observed elsewhere. A slightly moist east to northeasterly airflow prevails. The 24-hour forecast: sunny skies with a few cloudy spells today and partly cloudy skies tonight. A few showers and possible isolated thunderstorm will likely affect mainly along the coast this morning and mostly over inland areas this afternoon. Shower activity will decrease this evening and become isolated tonight. The maximum temperatures for today will reach 86 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast, 88 inland, and 76 up in the hills. The low temperatures for tonight will be around 78 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast, 70 inland, and 67 up in the hills. The winds from the open sea will be from the east-northeast at 5 to 15 knots, producing light chop sea conditions. A high tide will occur this morning at 10:29, followed by a low tide this evening at 3:34, another high tide tonight at 9:28, and another low tide early tomorrow morning at 5 o'clock. The sun rose this morning at 6 o'clock and will set this evening at 5:16. The moon will rise this morning at 6:18 and will set this evening at 5:30. In the sargassum forecast, satellite data suggests that a few small sargassum mats continue to linger near the coast of Belize. The forecast suggests that these mats will drift generally southward parallel to the coast during the coming days. However, overall impacts are expected to remain minimal. The outlook for Friday and Friday night: skies will be partly cloudy, showers will be isolated, with a low chance of slightly more occurring over the south Friday night. In the tropical weather outlook, the Atlantic Basin continues to be quiet as no tropical cyclone threat is expected over our area during the next couple of days. For a review of our forecast and other products, please visit our website at nms.gov.bz. Our next forecast comes out at 12 p.m. this afternoon. With that, we end this morning's forecast from the Belize National Meteorological Service.
The first private radio in Belize since 1989, Creme FM presents the news. Informative, accurate, current information, local, regional, and international news, weather and sports. And now, the news.
The leader of the opposition, the Honorable Tracy Ponton, believes that if the Corozal free zone has become too much of a problem due to reported control by cartel operatives of the tobacco trade, it should be shut down or repurposed. She added, though, that an assessment needs to be conducted first to determine the potential impact. Opposition leader Tracy Ponton has called the latest developments regarding the Budna kidnapping a disgrace. These include the government's backtracking on its commitment for an independent investigation and choosing instead to finally forward the file to the DPP. She has since indicated that the file contains less than nothing. The Public Utilities Commission, PUC, has issued an initial decision on the request from the Belize Water Services Limited, BWSL, to increase the mean water rate by 20% beginning April 1st, 2026. The mean water rate is the average price per gallon of water across all consumer categories. The PUC on Tuesday The PUC on Tuesday announced it approved a 13.5 increase instead. It explains that this will result in an overall increase in approximately 5.5% on the consumer's monthly bill. As it relates to the current flat rate of $8.72 for all consumption up to 1,000 gallons, the PUC has ordered that this be replaced with a per gallon rate, which it says will lead to improved fairness for low consumption customers by charging them for only what they use. The PUC has deferred consideration for tariff blocks as proposed by the BWS pending the completion of a cost of service study. The PUC is also approving BWS's proposal of $130 million capital investment program for infrastructure upgrades and other enhancement expected to improve service delivery. Another $20 million is being approved only for expanded water production and storage capacity in Placencia, Kikaka, and San Pedro, given their rapidly growing population. No increase to administrative fees was approved. As you may recall, BWS requested increases in security deposits and late fees and implementation of a heavy penalties for water theft and illegal connections. However, the PUC pointed to existing regulations which stipulate that a consumer who is disconnected or for non-payment twice in 1 year may pay a security deposit equivalent to 3 times their average monthly bill, rounded up by the near $10. The company submitted its 5-year business plan for a full tariff review proceeding on October the 1st. The initial decision can be viewed on the PUC website or at its office at Marina Towers, New Road, Newtown Barracks in Belize City. Comments can be submitted by Wednesday, December the 3rd. These can be emailed to info@puc.bz or mailed to Post Office Box 300. A 51-year-old Nicaraguan doctor, Carlos Coz, has been freed of the charges related to spiking a nurse's drink. On Monday, the court upheld a no-case submission by attorney Richard Dickey Bradley. Surveillance footage captured the moment that something was poured into the nurse's drink while he was away at the bathroom. The incident occurred in November of last year. The victim testified that he only recalled that the doctor had encouraged him to finish his drink, and then he woke up in the doctor's house. The prosecution was unable to provide sufficient evidence that the doctor knowingly tampered with his colleague's drink. Bradley stated that the complainant did not testify as to any symptoms that he had suffered and that a test was not done until 5 or 6 days later. That's our news package for today, the 20th day of November 2025. There's more news coming up around 12 o'clock at the end of the program that follows us, which is the Morning Stew, popular Morning Stew. There's an update also at 3 o'clock, and at 5:15 on Creme Radio, there's a full news broadcast. Here on XTV, we bring you the full news at 6 o'clock this evening. It's now 5 minutes after 7 o'clock. We'll take a very short break, come back, and we'll open the phone lines and begin our conversation for today, Thursday.
Informative, accurate, current information. CREM's newscast. Local, regional, and international news. Weather and sports.
At Atlantic Bank, we stand as more than just a financial institution. We are your partners in progress, dedicated to fostering your success by providing tailored solutions to micro, small, and medium enterprises. Your successes are our triumphs, and every success story deserves to be celebrated. We pledge to stand by you every step of the way. Today, we celebrate the values that define you with your unwavering dedication, steadfast commitment, boundless innovation, resolute work ethic, and unyielding ambition. We will navigate challenges, seize opportunities, and continue building the future together.
Want all the postpaid perks without the commitment? Now you can with Smart Supercharged prepaid plans. All the talk, text, and data you need. No contracts, no hassle. Pay upfront for your package and enjoy total freedom. No commitments, just simple, flexible plans that fit your life. Pick your power, Core, Edge, or Prime. Prepaid plans, ready when you ready. Commit to no commitments and get yours today. Dial 7526 or star 100 pound key, use the Smart app, or visit a Gimme Dollar agent to purchase today. Smart, bringing people together.
Amandala is now online. You can now access Amandala's midweek and weekend issues online by logging on to our website at amandala.com.bz/news and joining our membership portal today. There's 5 easy steps to get unlimited access to weekly e-paper, archive publications, and a host of other exclusive contents. Number 1, go to Amandala's website. Number 2, navigate to subscribed areas. Number 3, choose a membership level. Number 4, check out using our secured portal. Number 5, log into the members only section. Telephone numbers 501-280-4703 or 202-4477. Fax us at 501-222-4702, or you could email at amandalapress@yahoo.com or amandalapress@gmail.com. Amandala, all power to the people.
is WUB, Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. It's a Thursday morning and our phone lines are open to engage you in this premier conversation every morning. Our numbers here, 280-5848. And we first like to say our congratulations to our brother, the Bishop of the Anglican Church in Belize, Bishop Philip Wright, who has been elevated to Archbishop of the West Indies. Clearly an elevation in his status and influence. And everybody who knows Philip knows that he's a real, genuine Banya brother who is down to earth and really is about serving, I would say, his constituents, which means not just Anglicans, but everybody else that he comes in contact with. He's a genuine person. I've known him even before he was elevated to his bishop position, and it hasn't changed him in terms of personality and the giving spirit that he has. And so I'm sure that he will take what he is all about to that higher level, and we can just say congratulations to our brother Philip Wright. Our number here is 280-5848, and you're welcome to weigh in on any area. We had beautiful, beautiful weather for Garifuna Settlement Day yesterday, which really started from the weekend, went into Monday's jam-packed event up at the airport with Mose and Papa Mena and all the many artists that showed up. And from what I hear, it was just a grand success celebrating the 36th anniversary of Creme Radio. And so congratulations to the manager of Creme Radio, who is Brother Michael Hyde. And I could see him smiling cheek to cheek because of the great success there and the many pictures that he posted celebrating the 36th anniversary of Creme Radio. Our number here, I'm not here just to talk on my own, 280-5848. You call in and share any area of concern that you may have. We're still dealing with the controversy around the cabinet reshuffle and shuffle again, the intrigue in why the Prime Minister did this and how come that happened here, and that's the talk of the streets and that's the talk of the pundits. Everybody trying to figure out what is behind the cabinet reshuffle and the resignation of Minister Mai and all the innuendos that people put out whenever these things happen and they're not clear as to exactly why. But there is the connection between the meeting of the US officials with the Prime Minister, and after that meeting came the resignation of Minister Mai, now just Representative Mai. And so the connection clearly was that the Americans were somehow complaining about Mr. Mai, and as a result of that influencer, that is the U.S. Embassy or Charge d'Affaires, that the Prime Minister decided to ask Minister Mai to step down. But clearly that was a narrative that was alive for a while, and many still believe that that is the background. But the official position that has been put forward by Prime Minister Briceño is that Mai asked for time off because he had a back injury and needed to look after it, and so asked to step down. It's important to understand that leaders operate in a level where sometimes what they're saying, you have to read deeply between the lines to understand what they're saying. For no government, in fact, no person will normally shoot himself in his foot by admitting things that was untoward or not going right with them. And this is particularly so with all cabinet reshuffles. Let's remember that Johnny Briceño is not the first prime minister in Belize to shuffle or even reshuffle his cabinet. We've seen that with Dean Barrow. We've seen that even with Manuel Esquivel. And not to mention how many times Mr. Price also readjusted his cabinet portfolio of his ministers. And the same thing went with Said Musa. So this prerogative in the Westminster system of giving the Prime Minister total and absolute power to decide who he wants to be in what position puts an awful onus on the Prime Minister as to what is his thinking. Why is he doing what he is doing? This move was also very interesting when it came to Karim Musa and Charles Usher. I believe that the thinking there, and this is clearly my own opinion on this, it seemed when I saw it that the optics of it was it just did not mix properly with me. Maybe only my own personal opinion here. But I felt that that was almost like an insult to the Honorable Said Musa. And I wondered, even before the change, even before Minister Usher said he did not want that position, when I heard the announcement, that was my first thought. I said, wow, optically, you're taking one minister and demoting him, because that's how it comes across. That's a huge ministry that Karim Musa was in charge of, and a very complex ministry, but a smaller ministry in terms of the immigration services. And then you take his brother and you elevate him, because that's an elevation. You elevate him into that position of being where his brother was. That just, to me, when I heard it, I observed it, and that was the first thing that came to my mind. I said, wow, I wonder how the former prime minister will look at this obvious optical move of one son being elevated and the other one being not demoted, because demoted sounds like you're being punished for some reason, but shift over to a less influential ministry, a ministry that is a little quieter in the background, dynamic and very important immigration, but it's more like not in the news every single day, as is the Ministry of Home Affairs. So I thought optically that that needed a fix. And when I heard that Henry Charles says that, look, I am not, please, I am doing what I'm doing here, and I've got projects that's still going on, and so I would not want to be removed from this project. It was a good way to explain that I don't want to make that move. But optically, as I said, it would have looked very bad and may have produced rumors, gossips, and all kind of thing that might have clouded up the administration, as the opposition or anyone else would have looked at that and say, I wonder how Said Musa would feel to see you elevating one of his sons, demoting the other one. But when you elevate this son, you put him in charge of where the other son that was demoted was placed. That optically did not look good to me. Anyway, our number here is 280-5848. You're welcome to call and to be a part of our conversation this morning. We have open phones, and it's always challenging when you have open phones, because you have to wait until someone has a point that they'd like to make based on what you're saying, or if they have their own issue that they would like to bring forward. So we wait. for your call. But we have things to say, but it's just not about us here talking. We are not placed here for a monologue where we give speeches or whatever. We are really here to fill in until you call, because the most important part of this conversation in the morning, unless we have a guest, is what you have on your mind and what you would like to talk about. So we know, as I said, all right, here's our first call. Welcome, caller.
Brother Nuri, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Torres.
Yes, my friend. Yes, my friend. Well, personally, ever since and much more, what? Zero. Tea water. Ever since I am vying to, I'm not calling to campaign, just to somewhat declare, you know, how I operate these days for maybe for 2-3 years. I try to stay away in how to call it, like this shift in cabinet. You see, I stay away because Belize, when you talk the truth, my friend, and you know, at least small man down there, you feel oppression every day on the streets, waves all over the place. But yes, I stay away from these areas of criticism, but I listen to the Prime Minister telling that in the times of Minister Mai, he revitalized the state agriculture. How? Like for revive, you know, bring it new. I say, how? Where is the production? Man, they are reaching a $2 for $1. Enjoy it again, my friend. A little, my friend.
I'm listening to you. My lip doesn't disturb my thinking. I'm hearing you, Mr. Torres. I want to know where you're going with your reasoning, though. Please continue.
Well, I'm going the same way I began. The same way I began. I must say how you could say that I revive agriculture and the prices, they're so expensive, if not scarce. And when you have it, it's very scarce. Cocoa, $6-7 a pound. Maybe if you go to market, you will get it less. But why not go to market? Because of parking space. I don't want to park anywhere. I use the road based on examples, you see. So where the local food, the local lemon you can get. And when you get any hard, this go on for quite some time. One grapefruit $1 now. When I'm at $3 for $1. So then we don't have productions. How you could say you revive agriculture? I know the cabbage $6-7 if you could get it. So I know say unless then they produce breeze, we can magnetize it. We can get it together. Could I mention one little something here with traffic?
Sure, Mr.
Just one little something. Right. I say that I hear, or you know, I read in their Amanda last week. Yes, that they recommend that, or they insist that you open one driving school, the IT vet, or any other certified institute. Where are those? Who will certify the? Who will certify the one who will certify?
Well, maybe
you have nothing to believe.
But maybe this might be a time when they will finally elevate you to a position of maybe being in that.
Yes, I know no hard with me, but only the people will. I don't think politicians will.
Yeah, but we don't have a system where we have theoretically a system where this is a government by the people, but it's only in theory. It's a concept that says that the citizen is the one that runs the country through their representative. But somewhere along that equation, the citizen loses his voice, and the one who represents him take on a different posture, where he only have to come and see you every so often, but he retains that power, and at the top of that pyramid is the prime minister. So theoretically, we are supposed to be in charge according to the democracy that we are supposed to have, but work like that. No work like that. So it's unfortunate. I would hope, though, Mr. Torres, and I say this in all honesty, because you and I have been talking about traffic. Oh man, it's got to be over 30 years now, Mr. As a matter of fact, a lot of people don't realize that you kind of established the traffic department in the police when you were that very energetic sergeant there on Queen Street. People don't know your history. They just think that you're a taxi driver / instructor on the road. But you go way back to being a member of the police department in charge of traffic. And you have never been given your accolades for that. So now you're making a suggestion, and if you could remember, I've not only written about this, but you and I have talked about the importance of instituting drivers training. I even pointed out to Bahamas and these other jurisdictions that have done that and have seen the success of insisting that your secondary and tertiary level students it is mandatory as a part of your graduation that you go through driver's training. You and I have talked about this on it. So now that I hear what you're saying about them wanting to do it maybe 30 years later at ITVET, I welcome it, because you got to start somewhere to educating people about their responsibility. But I'll tell you this. Sometimes you know better, but you don't do better. And so we have to deal with that human element that I know I'm not supposed to do that. I know I'm not supposed to run that red light. I know I'm not supposed to run that stop sign, but I still want to do it. So we also have to find a way that we can deal with those individuals who are doing what they're doing intentionally and not because they don't know. But I agree with you, we need to get formal education or driver education training. Another man, Sir Andy, I don't know if he's listening, but you remember that Sir Andy wanted to even develop a booklet for drivers, and he wanted to pay CREM TV, or at least something, to take 10 minutes every day and put certain driving rules so that the public will be more aware. Because some are way to drive for 30 years, but we drive wrong. We're just driving wrong because there's no enforcement, there's no structured way to make sure that if you break the law, you see, like in America, I always use this excuse or this example. You know, Mr. Torres, you could come to a red light in America at 2 o'clock in the morning. There's nobody around. And people want to stay right there at that red light and not move until the light turn green. We don't do that. We go and we wait. Nobody there. Where I want to stand up here for? Nobody know the call. So we go. So these kinds of things, it's a learning process, and Anyway, you could complete your point because I got to go to 2 cents scam. All right, look like he's left. All right, we'll go to 2 cents scam, which is sponsored by Fort Point Security, and we have Brother Brick City as the host of that segment.
XTV, big respect to our sponsors, 4 Point Security, and big respect to all Garina Go for the 19th. Happy 19th. Guess what? The night Griga, the back all the excitement there. So we decided to take a trip down to Griga real quick, just to find out how this 19th stand compare to the rest of 19th day when they got before. Let's go find out the people there themselves. Second question, and yeah, we make this 19 different from the last 19 or the previous 19 day you experience.
Well, with my experience, the more they are, the road is better than 19 to get like last time, and nice and right now, like you have better because we don't get at least shower and nice and cooler right now. And the more people there can make people from all over the country, all over the world. So you know how we do it. Just look out for it and keep it on the website because my meaning come. My meaning is parallel too.
That's your 2 cents.
That's my 2 cents.
So 2 cent question of the day. When this 19 different from the rest of 19 for you?
Well, for me, for my personal experience, the only difference is because then same bike, while we village, they come way from same bike to go represent that area. So that's the difference. And we continue to go some more, upcoming 19 again for represent.
That's your 2 cents.
That's my 2 cents.
What? The 19 is very important, but what make it different this year from earlier in the past?
Well, the 19 is always important to us. From the time we come here, from the time TV Ramos founded in 1946, yeah, it started to get more. But every year it changes and more people come to visit the 19th down here, and it's getting better. But I think sometimes the people don't even respect the culture so much, because then the culture is the most important thing. And when they come, but it's good they come and party, but the culture of this kind of thing have to be just maintained.
That's your 2 cents.
That's my 2 cents.
So 2 cent question of the day. What difference you see from
come and support to their brigade? So when we come to Belize Police Department, the poor, it's a party. They're going.
That's your 2 cents. Question of the day. What make this 19 different from the last 19?
The kind of rain.
That kind of rain?
Yeah.
One of the most difficult when 19 fall between the week. However, even though it falls during the week, it just want the strength of the people who are behind it. That is driving force, and that is what makes the difference. The unity, the organization amongst the all. And I want everybody remember, right? Please make sure that we big up the parade committee. This is our group of 9 powerful young ladies. We begin it. We started from the beginning to the end. We make sure we get our sponsors. Thanks to all our sponsors too. Without you, this would not have been possible. We are so grateful. Big up
you different from the last 19?
Well, so this 19 is much different because the other 19 they just come watch. This 19 had to take part in it, and also we there because that done upon we win the road march, so that's why we there, and we are trying win this road march. So
that's your 2 cents.
Tired of replacing light bulbs? LEDs are what you need. LEDs last up to 30,000 hours. That's 30 times longer than incandescent bulbs, and up to 8 times longer than compact fluorescents. So less changing and less trash. Planet Earth thanks you. And the LED experts at Brothers Habet and Habet will help you find the best LED solution with colors for every room and mood, starting as low as $6.95. You can even get LED strips for home, office, and industrial use. So say goodbye to fluorescent tubes forever. And because they use up to 90% less energy, you save money. Money you can spend on other things. So head to Brothers Habet or Habet today. You can also call, email, or Facebook us. Have a brilliant day.
At Atlantic Bank, we stand as more than just a financial institution. We are your partners in progress, dedicated to fostering your success by providing tailored solutions to micro, small, and medium enterprises. Your successes are our triumphs, and every success story deserves to be celebrated. We pledge to stand by you every step of the way. Today, we celebrate the values that define you with your unwavering dedication, steadfast commitment, boundless innovation, resolute work ethic, and unyielding ambition. We will navigate challenges, seize opportunities, and continue building the future together.
Want all the postpaid perks without the commitment? Now you can with Smart Supercharged prepaid plans. All the talk, text, and data you need. No contracts, no hassle. Pay upfront for your package and enjoy total freedom. No commitments. Just simple, flexible plans that fit your life. Pick your power, Core, Edge, or Prime. Prepaid plans, ready when you ready. Commit to no commitments and get yours today. Dial 7526 or *100 pound key, use the Smart app, or visit a Gimme Dollar agent to purchase today. Smart, bringing people together.
Infrastructure that impacts lives, provides opportunities, and enables the growth of communities and country. That has been the constant mission of the MIDH. The upgrading of the Guinea Grass Road has forged a vital link between the vibrant and productive communities of Shipyard, Guinea Grass, and the rest of Belize, which allows the smooth movement of goods and services. The transformation provided by meaningful infrastructure is very real.
We had really been struggling to transport these hoses on these roads, right? Since we have all the holes on the roads and stuff like that. We do not have that issue anymore, right? So but now when we are delivering our hose, it comes to its location in a 100% complete product, right?
Before this highway came into place, this Tower Hill to Guinea Grass highway, there was a lot of bad things going on in terms of the road. It was bad. Potholes when it used to rain. People used to take a long time to come out and come into the village. And even teachers who are teaching here who have to commute find it very difficult to do their traveling every day.
Una gran diferencia. En el tiempo que estaba la carretera, que no estaba pavimentada, era demasiado polvo, demasiado. Y era como más despacio. Andabas como más lento porque pues no podías ir rápido. Pero ahorita es un gran beneficio, la mera verdad es. Yo creo que es lo mejor que el gobierno ha hecho. Yo estoy muy feliz, muy alegre con ello.
Well, now with this highway, now we have a lot of people, traversing the village. And our people in our village who have a small business like fast food, they're benefiting from that, no? Because people stop there in the morning, have their breakfast, and they go and continue their business.
Have business been increasing? Definitely. Yeah, we have realized like when it comes to our customers, right? So like we do not have the problems anymore that customer would say if they would call in, okay, where are you located, right? And I would say we're located entrance of Shipyard. And then they would say, okay, we have to travel the bad road or whatever. So that's not a question anymore.
In the past, I believe these students used to struggle, meaning going on the bus or traveling on pickup, and it took long, they reached late to their classes. But right now, the transportation is accessible and the highway is accessible. So from Guinea Grass to their destination, to Orange Rock, to the high schools in Orange Rock, it takes less time. Right now, I believe teachers, people smile because it only takes minutes to reach from Guinea Grass to Tower Hill.
When Shell V-Power flows through your engine, confidence flows through you. Choose the fuel that 100% cleans critical engine parts. and keeps your engine performing like new.
Welcome back. This is WUB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes on a Thursday morning, the day after the big day, the 19th of November. Our phone lines are open for you. Our numbers here is 280-5848. You can feel free to call in and to bring your issue. It doesn't have to be yours. It has to be what is most relevant to the listeners and viewers. Our number here is 280-5848. I also found the move of Minister Mai, as we said, the official position of the Prime Minister is that he is the one that requested to be relieved of his ministerial duties in order for him to care for his back. Apparently he has to take surgery as a result of a fall that he had riding his horse. And that can go down. That can be understood. I think most of the pundits are saying, well, Prime Minister Dean Barrow has a chronic back problem and has had to take several, certainly more than one, surgery to address that. But he never resigned and gave up his position to his deputy. Welcome, caller.
Hi, good morning, Nuri.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning.
I want to call in on a different topic.
Uh-huh.
I know a retired public officer, beneficiary of the Public Service Trust Fund.
Okay.
I cannot understand why we can't get the money yet.
You still don't get your money.
The trust holders are offering a $200 grocery package this month.
Mm-hmm.
But we have no choice in deciding which grocery store we would want to spend our $200. They decide for us that these are the stores that we need to spend our money. I don't think that is fair.
Okay.
That is our money. We should spend it how we want. And we're at the age now that we don't want anybody to tell us what to do. We know certain things at this age.
Mm-hmm. I completely understand you. So you're saying that the government, because of this arrangement that it had with you senior persons that have been trying to get your money now for years, is giving you $200, but it's telling you these are the only stores that you could use that $200?
Yes, it's not the government though, it's the trust.
Yeah. Well, you know, who is responsible? That doesn't seem to... I guess they're saying that we could get a discount with these companies or these outlets. Maybe that's the reason. But still, I agree with you. You should have the right to spend the money how you want. It's your money anyway.
I can't understand why they are controlling us. We should not be controlled like this. This is our money.
Yeah. So what do you all plan to do? I mean, is there a way to...
It's not what we plan to do. I was thinking maybe I could sue these people for financial abuse to the elderly.
Maybe
I think it's a form of financial abuse because one, they have our money and they don't want to give us, and two, when they do give it to us, trickle down, they decide where we should spend the money.
Yeah.
I must could take out one lawsuit against her for financial abuse against the elderly man. Sure.
Mm-hmm. That would be an interesting case. Maybe you should pursue that.
Oh, I just needed to get that off my chest this morning. Thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate it very much. That's an interesting situation because that money is their money and they've been trying to recover that money based on a promise that was given to them a long time ago. It's an intriguing case. And it started with the government. Well, I'm not going to get into the details of that because I might miss the mark and I don't want to comment and not be precise. But I do know that the trust has been negotiating with these pensioners and these persons who have had their money held back in a trust. And then the trust has become the antagonists, the ones who are, saying that we just can't give you that money like this. And as I said, I don't want to go into the details because I remember there's a position also on the side of the trust, and I don't want to comment and not give them fair comment. Our number 2805848, 2805848. On the matter of Mai, as I was talking about before, and Mr. Torres just kind of made a snide remark that if he was doing such a good job in agriculture, then why are the price of goods still so high? And that's a complaint that goes back even further than Mr. Mai. We've been looking at, we have a caller that calls here every so often. She hasn't called in a while, but she's always highlighting long before Mai that our vegetable prices, our basic products that are produced in Belize continue to go up and up and up, starting with 3 lime for $1, then it gone now to 2 lime for $1, and if you don't watch yourself, you can pay $1 for a lime. Welcome, caller.
Hi, good morning, Brother Nuri.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning, Belize.
Yes, sir.
Brother Nuri, just want to add my quick 2 cents to the most recent series of comical events that we've seen unfolded under the leadership of Juan Antonio Briceño. Boy, when I looked at that press briefing, if I could call it that, what I saw was for me very, very, very comical, Nuri. I looked at the faces of the ministers in the background, and what I saw was just confusion. I saw some of them even looking a bit puzzled by what the Prime Minister was trying to convey to the Belizean people. I encourage the Belizean people to go back and revisit that tape and look at the eyes and the faces of some of those ministers who stood not as men, but who stood like good obeying students behind what we were trying to be sold by the Prime Minister. But nonetheless, it is no secret to me as a citizen of this country and to the wider Belizean people that most of the people that we elect to office are strangers to the truth. And so we must remind ourselves not to be foolish enough to even expect them to speak truth when crisis is around them or when crisis surrounds them. As it relates now to the different portfolio and the reshuffling and the remixing of the reshuffling, Nuri, I think it signals that we will all have to be a little bit more vigilant now because clearly the reshuffling and the remixing of the reshuffling in the public's opinion seem to suggest that nothing good is expected to come out of several of those portfolio assignments. As it relates to agriculture, it will be interesting to see how the Honorable Ferguson navigates the turbulent waters, if not the corrupt waters, of the Money Knights. The Money Knights who have been the sole beneficiaries of the now disgraced former Minister of Agriculture, whom I want to hope that the FO in that ministry will immediately adjust his salary to a Minister of State, because that's the people's money. So please do your job and do the necessary adjustment that is required. But it is only the money knights that have benefited from the honorables, the former minister's work. I think the lesions, on the other hand, had suffered. We've seen whereby most of us, or most citizens, were unable to afford beef because they immediately started shipping out the beef, and so the price of beef went up to the point whereby it got scarce. We see whereby yesterday I saw, or the day before I saw, Terry Gordon complaining about $10 a pound okra. Imagine okra. Habanero was at $25 one spell. And so what the kind of model that was introduced by the former minister was simply to appease and to ensure that his financiers, the money knights of this country benefited. I mean, one spell they even shut down the Lala milk trade so that the money knights can exploit the market. And so we have to pay attention to what's happening on that end. These people have also infiltrated the Ministry of Immigration, and it will be interesting to see whether or not the Honorable Karim Musa, how he navigates those turbulent waters as well. The Prime Minister knows fully well the corrupt activities happening in immigration at the airport. He knows exactly. Immigration officers have approached him. They have briefed him off, and he refuses to do anything about it. And it is just a matter of time. We know that a new director has been installed. I wish him the best, and I will hope that under his stewardship that that he will take steps to correct the corrupt behavior and the threat to our national security that is happening in immigration. And so while immigration is not on the news as constant or as consistently as we would like, do not be fooled. There is some serious games being played at our port of entry, and the only comfort that we have is that Uncle Sam have the people then at the border point as well, and so they themselves are fully aware of all these confiscated passports and the threats that the money knights have also levied against some immigration officers when they themselves they facilitate for them business. It's serious, Nuri, and it will require much more vigilance and much more testicular fortitude by our people in the public service to come forward and to speak truth to these things and to stop being intimidated, because you are not doing this country any justice when you remain quiet and you participate in these things. As it relates to the Ministry of Police under the Honorable Mira, well, he had his claws deeply rooted in the Coast Guard, in the supply of goods and services for the Coast Guard and the BDF through his immediate siblings. Clearly, if he did not have his class in police, then we will see that. Interestingly, when I listened to his interview, rather than speaking about addressing the trust issues, saying that, look, I will not be a minister that this put nothing when they hang over me. So immediately, I will call for X, Y, and Z. Immediately, I will try to put this behind me so I could focus on the work. No, he took the Pontius Pilate approach. Why me no want to touch that, me no want to say that. Assuming that everybody is as foolish as the person that is speaking, you know, I mean, like, and then go on to speak about the projects that are in line. So we know that the company he's associated with, Fast Construction and all the AC provisions and electrical, we know that seems to be his focus rather than, bro, you're taking over a ministry that needs to address crime. What will you do about the crime situation? He does not have a plan. I understand, of course, that Mr. Aaron Guzman may take over as CEO. Again, depending on who you speak to, a lot of people will have some reservations in that kind of leadership. But we wish Aaron the best. I hope that these people will understand that their legacy, their name is on the line, and that all that we're asking them to do is to do the right thing. So, as it relates to the shuffle, those are my immediate observation. Very, very dangerous times are ahead, both in police, immigration, agriculture. Those ministries there, I don't see things getting better. I'm very pleased, of course, that the Honorable Usher remains with the Ministry of Public Service. I think that we have built a relationship of respect, and one that is demonstrating some progress, albeit not as fast as we want to see in the Ministry of Public Service. Well, at least we're seeing things move, and I wouldn't have wanted to have to start that over. Also in labor, we see some interesting time in labor. There's some trade disputes on the table, so the Honorable Karim needs to hit the ground running, because out from the Public Service Union, the BNTU, the CWU, there's several trade disputes that has been registered with the Labor Commissioner, and so it will be interesting to see how he navigates that ministry. But I'm a Belizean. I want the best for my country. I don't have a lot of faith in the leadership, but at the end of the day, we have to see how we can, at the same, be vigilant and cooperate and make it work. And so that would be more. That's just wanted to share my initial thoughts, Nuri, on what I'm.
So does that shut us?